Hello, Phil Cross here. I'm just taking you for a little ride on the Hardy. You'll be looking backwards today. It's the 23rd of September. Although I haven't posted all my films yet, this kind of follows on from about 2 weeks ago. I did a couple that I'm still waiting to post. For no other reason, I'm getting a bit fucking lazy sometimes, but this kind of follows on. It's the 23rd of September. I went to see the oncologist yesterday, the 22nd of September, for my yearly checkup, and very, very happy to say that I'm all clear still. So happy days. I'm all clear, which is quite a relief. Yeah, so I don't know if I've touched on it before. The checks that you would go, you have after you've finished all your treatments. I mentioned that there was 4 in the first year, 1 every 3 months. Then the second year you had 1 every 6 months. So there was 2, and then after that it's every year. Mine appear to be going up to year 5, so I've got 1 more to do next year, which is a bit, I'd say a bit of a relief, only because you're going to be checked again. It's like I said in one of the films that would precede this, when they tell me I'm no longer going for the checks when it's all finished, I'm not entirely sure how I'd feel about that, and I wonder how others in this position feel about it as well. I mean, it's just not the esophageal cancer that go through these checks. I imagine it's most cancers that would have that kind of follow up for it works out about 5 years, but I think in certain types of cancer they've reduced it to 2. So what do? On the checkups, what you basically do is you are given a date that you're going to see your oncologist, and what you need to do before you see your oncologist is go for a blood test. So they'll give you a bloods form, so you've already got it at hand, and then you need to SwiftQ or whatever it's called, book yourself in for a blood test, but that blood test needs to be at least a week before you go for your CT scan, and your CT scan is generally about a week to 10 days before you see the oncologist, so that the specialist who looks at the CTs can have a look at it, determine if there's any issues, and that's how it goes. So it's you're looking at about 3 weeks from doing your blood test to seeing the oncologist. It gets back into that once you've had the CT and now you're waiting that week, 10 days before you see the oncologist. You kind of sort of go back to it's almost to the beginning of it all, where I've had a test, what are the results, what are the results going to show me? And it's you all right there, mate? Christ. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'll stop for you, shall I? Yeah, fucking bellend. Yeah, so you've got that issue around what's the results going to be. And to be fair to her, the lovely Dr. Begum, she gets you in, sits down, and she tends not to. She did at the beginning beat around the bush a little bit, but she tends not to now, and I wonder if that's anything to do with sort of body language, like get the fuck on with it. All I want to hear you say is, and then so she sits you down, nothing to worry about, all clear, and then she'll talk to you about anything you want to talk about around it. I've had quite a lot of dumping syndromes in the last, since I come back from Spain, to be fair. Probably since coming back from Spain on the 26th of August, we're the 23rd now, I've probably had about 6. So in around 4 weeks I've had about 6 dumping syndromes, and it gets on your tits, to be fair. But that's it. Yeah, I just thought I'd give you my good news. You know, if you give a fuck or not, you know, it matters not to me because I'm quite happy about it. My wife's quite happy about it. So is my son. So yeah, happy days. But that's it. That's the processes of the tests that you'll be going into. There'll be a blood test followed by a CT scan followed by your meeting with your oncologist, and you'll be given the news and. You know, whichever way that news goes, then the oncologist will sort of take it from there, really. If there's nothing to do, lovely. If there's something we need to do, I mean, she even goes into the bloods. There's a lot of markers they check for on the bloods, and you know, she spins the old computer around to show you the spreadsheet. Not that I know I'm looking at, just to reassure that there's no red markers on there. I imagine they type it in black if it's okay, and type it in red if it's not. But yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's the results. See you later.